Return. The horse is standing there when she wakes up. The floor is cold under her back. She keeps looking up and around at walls, pictures, doorways. Where is she? She doesn't know this place. The horse takes one step forward, lowers its head, and nudges her slippered foot with its nose. She only has the one slipper on. The other is lying on the hardwood a few feet away from her bare foot. She keeps looking from the empty slipper to the horse. She knows this horse from somewhere. She is familiar with the way it dips its head and shakes its mane and blows through its lips. She recognizes every ripple in its white hide, every gradation of pale blue and yellow and gray where its muscles dip and swell. You're here for me, aren't you? As if in answer, the horse nudges her foot again. Some of the horse's familiarity begins to seep into her surroundings. This is her apartment. She is on the floor in the hall between the bedroom and the bathroom. It is morning. She had just gotten up, was just heading toward the kitchen to make coffee, and now she's on the floor. The horse. It's standing in a field. Shouldn't that be remarkable, that a field seems to have sprouted in her apartment? Not every part of it, just the part where the horse is. When she rolls her head to face the other way, she sees baseboard and area rug. But when she rolls her head back, there is grass and wildflowers and the horse, watching her with eyes like globes of night. That's terrific, Emily. Keep going. Step, step. The horse keeps pace with her, its eyes white-rimmed, its nostrils flaring. Emily walked for the first time today. Whenever she sees that cheery note tacked to the bulletin board beside her hospital bed, she wants to cross out walked and write in lurched. How could anyone call what she did that day walking? Her left leg in a brace, a member of her rehab team supporting her under each arm, her right leg waving like a feeler, making tentative taps on the ground. Good, Emily. Take your weight on your right. Now lean. Now use your back muscles to swing your left hip. Stabilize and step. The horse is calmer now, getting used to her daily walks, which are getting longer. It's been what, 2 months? There's a calendar on the bulletin board, courtesy of Della. Baby animals, just the kind of thing Della would pick out. When Emily first came here, the baby of the month was a giraffe. Now it's tiger cubs. She's walking with a wheeled walker now and only needs one member of the team helping. Lurch, slide, lurch, slide. The horse steps along slowly beside her, up and down the halls. You're here for me. She decides it's like having a new lover. You wonder what they're doing there, what they want from you, how long they'll stay, what state you'd be in if they left. You tell yourself to live in the moment. You remind yourself that too much analysis could jinx things. There is still that maddening familiarity. She can't ground the horse in any specific time or place and senses that she shouldn't try, but she does try sometimes in a forbidden corner of her mind. Whenever she starts wondering where the horse came from or worrying that she might wake up in her hospital bed one morning and see nothing but hospital walls, she repeats, "You're here for me," in her mind like a mantra. The horse always hears and responds, taking a step toward her, gazing at her with its large black eyes. Use your neck muscles to keep yourself stable, Emily. My neck muscles? Every other day she has to lie spread-eagled on a big drum. 2 members of the team rock it, first gently, then almost violently. The first time, the horse flung its head up and nickered in alarm. But it seems to be working. Not only does her neck somehow keep her from sliding off the drum, but it's getting stronger, thicker. She can feel as much with her right hand. Her left arm, her afflicted arm, as they call it, is kept strapped in a plastic brace. Twice a day, they take the brace off and work the arm, pumping it, stretching it. Do you feel any return, Emily? A tingling, an itch? Let us know the minute you feel the slightest bit of anything that might be return. Return, she thinks, as if my arm is going to come back from somewhere, or maybe the spirit of my arm, which is off wandering, having left its corporeal self behind. They work her afflicted left leg, too. They raise it straight up while she lies on her back, then jackknife it practically to her chest. Does that hurt? Good. That pain is a very good sign. For you, maybe. The horse follows her on her rounds. She can hear it clip-clopping behind her wheelchair over the squeak of the nurse's shoes. Wherever she ends up, hydrotherapy, OT, cafeteria, she will glance out of the corner of her eye, and there it will be. It brings its own dimension of space with it, like a bubble. When it grazes, Emily can see a circle of grass at its feet. Sometimes it turns and trots off toward a stream she can see in the distance under a cloud-dotted sky. What would it be like to have no awareness of the passage of time? No expectations to live up to? She only works at her therapy to please the team. They get so excited whenever she manages to do anything at all that it's sad. To her, the exercises feel like studying for an exam in some subject she did not elect. Are you looking for someone, Emily? Is there something we can get for you? She always shakes her head, but then when she's alone, she glances again toward the horse. Secret, she says to it in her mind, and it dips its head. Now the calendar shows a baby hippo. Emily tries not to think about how much it looks like Della. Della, she reminds herself sternly, is a godsend. She tries once to tell her so, pointing and concentrating as hard as she can to get the words God and send out of her mouth. Squeak bustle? Della's small eyes get smaller. Oh shit, now she thinks I'm making fun of her. Did you say squeak bustle? No. Emily tries to sound soothing, conciliatory. No. She can say yes, no, and oh my. Those are the only words that make it out of her mouth without being stopped as if by border guards, who confiscate them and substitute other words she had no intention of saying. Yes, no, oh my. She can't remember saying oh my before the stroke. She wasn't an oh my kind of person, but at least it has an emotional element. She's able to sound appreciative of yet another flowering plant. Oh my, or box of cookies. She can sound sympathetic, too. Oh my, which is necessary with Della, who has to take 3 buses to come and see her. Before she became her godsend, Della was one of Emily's perpetual beginners, or PBs. Emily has labels for certain types who sign up for her writing courses. Besides the PB, there is the HS, or hotshot, who has never actually written anything, but is apparently possessed of brilliant ideas that will translate into bestsellers the instant Emily finds them an agent. Then there is the TET, or true talent, that she cultivates like a rare orchid. Too little attention, and it will wither. Too much, and it will drown. Finally, the perpetual beginner. No discernible ability, just alarmingly prolific, and as impervious to criticism, everything from gentle hint to bald insult, as a turtle to rain. At the start of every course, Emily resolves to sniff out the PB in the group, take them aside, give them back their money, and send them away, but she never does. And so, as she did with all the other PBs, she became Della's protector. She scrounged for something positive to say about her memoir, which was being narrated in turn by all the cats she had ever owned, and looked daggers at anyone in the class who snorted into their hands. No good deed goes unpunished, she thinks now, whenever Della comes through the door with her shopping bags and baby hippo smile. Still, who else would notice that she was running low on toothpaste or deodorant? Who else would badger the nurses into washing her hair more than once a week? The horse just grazes with its rump to Della when she arrives, then trots off in the direction of the stream. To be continued.